This is Peter Lau. Today is Saturday, December 28th. I'm at 16241 Itasca Street, North Hills, California. I'll be entering through the right side cleanout. So that's the door, technically to the front right side of the property. This is the backyard area. This cleanout's located right in the wall. We've got a 4-inch ABS cleanout. Here's the cap, and then the cleanout itself. In a brief moment, we will be transitioning to the end of the sewer line, as that provides the clearest video. We're about 104 feet into the main sewer line, where it ties in with the city sewer. So the sewer line runs on Itasca Street and not Swinton. Since this house is on the corner between two streets, I could have ran one way or the other. So we're noted at a depth of 7 feet. Currently in clay piping, so that's very typical. Most cities will use clay for their sewer line material. And then working my way back from the saddle. So typically, the homeowner is responsible for the saddle and any portion prior to that. We're seeing a lot of water bugs in the line. So the distance indicators on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, about 98 feet remaining. I am working my way back from the city sewer connection. So that's actually in the middle of the street on Itasca Street, once again. So looking out for any kind of offsets, root intrusion, cracks, anything else that may cause complications to the sewer line, I'll be making commentary on.
Oh, so it's going straight, you're saying?
So we just saw an offset within the clay. Typically this is why there's root intrusion within the lines, because these offsets within the clay piping, clay joints rather, allow for moisture to seep out of the joints. And that's typically why you get roots growing in at that portion of the line. So with about 85 feet remaining, still working our way back from clay. And we will transition materials in a brief moment here. So at about 79 feet, we detransition materials from clay, which is closer to the sidewalk, back to ABS. So you'll typically see this material in homes built in the 1970s, the late 1970s. And this is the preferred plumbing material for newer homes, so it's great to see this material. Water was ran in every water fixture in the house except for the shower, and that's to check for a few things. One, I want to make sure there's no stagnant water in the line, and I also want to make sure that there's no slow draining or clogging or anything like that.
It's got a pretty good slope on there.
Yep. So the reason why I run water is because the ABS portion of the line is part plastic, so it's flexible in nature. So when this line is put in, you need to make sure it's properly supported, meaning if it's underneath your crawl space or in the slab, the dirt's got to be compacted properly, it's got to be strapped properly so you don't have a negative slope, because that's typically where water, sediment, and debris can collect. But we're seeing here, after water was ran, it's already been about 10 minutes since the water's been turned off. So we have a good idea of if there's any stagnant water, it should be showing up. But we're not seeing any instance of that here. A little bit of debris buildup at about 48 feet, not causing any issues at the time of inspection. With about 45 feet remaining. So the ABS portion of the line looks to be free of any material defects and debris buildup thus far. Not too much to be said about this material. Once again, just looking out for pooling of water at any point of this line. And we haven't made any turns, so this clean out is almost just a straight shot going out to the city. With about 20 feet remaining, we're almost at the end of this sewer line inspection. Now we're working our way out the access. And this concludes the inspection of the main sewer line. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call, text, or email me. Thank you. Yep.